So I watched that movie Roofman earlier this year, which is a movie that I gotta say I wish I saw in theaters because this is a movie I hope more people watch now, and to me it's a great movie. Like there's really no negatives I had with the movie personally that I can think of with nitpicks. So the things that I love about this movie is I think Chan Tatum is great in this movie. I think this is one of his best performances. I think he's gotten better and better as an actor. And I think he plays a very likable character in this movie where you're like, he's not a bad guy. He just makes bad choices, and you really believe that in this movie. And I love what one of the characters says in this movie. His friend, where he goes like, "You're the smartest, dumbest person," because like his skill, where he's able to notice things. You're like, this guy's really smart, and at the same time, he makes bad choices. So he's not really a bad guy. I felt in this movie. So, and the story I think is really interesting, unique about this guy who just who escaped prison, hid out in Toys R Us. I think that's just the story is just really interesting. Like when you see in the credits at the end, you see all these people talk about him. A lot of people went like, "Oh, he was a good guy," and it's just interesting to think that this guy who broke out of prison and hid in Toys R Us, that everybody said he was a nice, good guy. I think that's just a really interesting, unique story to tell in a movie. And Channing Tatum just plays it very well, where you root for him. Like at the end of the movie, I was like, oh man, I don't want him to go to prison because he's just a likable, good guy, and his character's just really interesting. Where you're just like, oh man, you feel bad for him at the end, even though he's making bad choices. So I think the movie does a great job with that. And I think Channing Tatum gives a great performance in this movie where you feel invested in his character. The whole cast, I think, do a great job in this movie. Kristen Dunst, I think her character's great in this movie too. I think her and Channing Tatum have great chemistry. You really buy into the love story in this movie. Like even when he gets caught at the end, when he's talking about like he felt like he probably let himself get caught, you really buy into that at the end, and you really feel bad when you know that their relationship's gonna end. Like you know early in the movie he's going like, okay, this is not gonna end well. Him being with this girl, and you know it's a bad idea to be with this girl, and but at the same time, at the end of the movie, you're just like, oh man, you wish it didn't end so tragically, where you wish that that somehow he was able to get out of this and not go back to prison. So I think him and Kristen Dunst really I just love their chemistry in this movie. They had great chemistry. You felt invested in her character too. So I thought she was great in this. I thought Peter Dinklage was great in this. He's just I think he's great at playing kind of like this asshole boss. So I think like to me I think he's great in this too. The whole cast I think do a great job in this movie. There's some fun moments too in this movie that I really love where it kept it lighthearted while keeping it serious at the same time. And you just like I said, you get the stories just really cool and interesting, I think. And I mean seeing the Toys R Us is fun seeing the Toys R Us because there's not I don't think there's like a whole lot of Toys R Us around now. And just like I said, the idea I think is really interesting for like this was based on a true story. Overall, great movie I thought Roofman was, and it's a movie that I would highly recommend go check out. This is a movie that I know didn't do well in theaters, and it's one of those movies that like the movie Cross Stealing, where I wish more people saw this movie. Like I wish I saw this in theaters because it's one of those movies that I would definitely call great, and it's one of those movies that I can go back and watch again and again. So that's my thoughts on Wolfman. Until next time, movie fans.